Hello guys, welcome to, today's my rest day. This is Boy Plunger from the White Classic Era server. Take it away. I've always been reporting news for the Classic Era White server for you guys, telling you guys about what's happening in the underserver in general. If there's any cartels, any cocaine snufflers, we will get them out and we will destroy them. I'll report that. I'll do those coverage. I'll tell you guys what's going on. But today is my off day. I am here sitting in, enjoying my food. And I just want to talk about a problem that is happening right now. It's a good thing and a bad thing, and it's a little bit caused by by Jesus Christ. I sound like Sleepy Joe right there. Excuse me. Anyways, about a month and a half ago, Classic Era has had a really big increase in player population, according to some couple WoW population websites. Now, obviously, they're not officially from Blizzard because they have ceased to release any information about player statistics ever since the Warlord of January, right? Now, about a month and a half ago, according to some third-party websites, Classic Era have increased in player base in both the East and West and the EU server by 100%. Player base have doubled, which is a good news, which is a great news. But now there's a really, really big concern right now that's happening right now, and that is the classic boosting service. Now, let's go back a little bit. Let's put that aside. About 2 months ago, Blizzard in China have stopped working with natties, which caused World of Warcraft to shut down indefinitely in China, and that has caused a lot of Chinese refugees to have to choose which server they want to play on, right? Now, a lot of them came to NA and EU and Oceania, but they're not going to Taiwan. Now, why is that? Some of the smart people on the internet may have already guessed it. Yep, they have a serious problem of RMT. They have a lot of GTKP groups over there in Taiwan, a lot of dungeon boosting and so on. Now, boosting is not against the term of service. I think boosting is great. If you have already leveled through 1 to 60, I don't think second time is fun. It could be fun the second time, but what about the third time? It's tedious, right? So boosting is fine, but the problem with boosting is that it will encourage players to spend real money, to have real money transaction, RMT, in the World of Warcraft. And I am super against. Now, boosting itself doesn't directly cause that, but having a boosting service that, let's say, now the problem in Taiwan is that there's a lot of GTKP groups that sells money. So they're selling money to player bases. They take real money. That's against the term of service. And then they're taking that go again from them to get this boosting, to get their service. So they have this own ecosystem of selling gold, making money. And I think that is very, very bad for not just World of Warcraft, but any MMORPG. And is there a problem to solve RMT? Not really. As long as this world is it's a capitalist world, there's not going to be a fix to it. So, but I do want to address something that could maybe help this problem. And I also want to address now, why is that a problem for the NA and EU? Now, just earlier today, there's a player, I'm not going to name names because that will cause more players to whisper at me with these kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan, but I do want to talk about it because now on NA White Main Classic Era server, there are a couple boosting services. They're starting their community, they're starting their Discord. And I think boosting is fine, but the problem of starting this community is that they indirectly encourages players to RMT in Classic Era. Now, as a player in a Chinese guild, now I am learning Chinese, right? I am Japanese, I am in this Chinese server, I am playing with a lot of Chinese players, and I'm reading what they're typing. A lot of them are buying gold, they're asking where can I buy gold? Now, you see, because now I asked them, why are you buying gold? They said, well, to get a boost, to get items from GDKP groups, right? That's not good for the video games because by putting money, because Now think about it. Let's say on a Sunday, on a Friday afternoon, you're so tired after work. Instead of grabbing beer, go to the club like those nerds do. You want to come home and just enjoy World of Warcraft. You just want to enjoy this game, right? And you sit down because you sit down after a hard day of work. You want to join this world that everybody is equally playing this game at a equal playing field. But then this guy next to you who spent real money, who is richer than you in real life, he's probably like a stock trader on Wall Street or something. He just have more money than you, right? And he wants to put in a couple pocket change, and then suddenly he is better geared than you, higher level than you. Now, how does that make a new player feel? Yeah, sure. Maybe you can think, maybe a lot of people's argument is that, well, just play your own game, don't care about them. This is an MMORPG. If you want to go play your stupid Genshin Impact solo, single player, go ahead and play that game. Go do it. Nobody's stopping you. But in an MMORPG, I don't think that's a good argument. Where in a world where everybody's playing against each other, we play the game to get better gear for what? So that you can show it off standing in the middle of Stormwind and just AFK and do nothing and people can inspect you. That's why you get those gears. Let's be honest here. Anyways, yeah. So RNTing will make stuff meaningless. It will make items pointless, right? It devalues the item at the same time devaluing the gold in this economy. How do you feel if a player who gets gold from questing, gathering, and wants to buy some items on, let's say, the auction house and realize everything costs 10 times how it used to be a couple months ago? Why does that happen? Why does hyperinflation happen? We all know why. 2020 we experienced COVID, America was printing money. We all know why. RMTing is basically essentially printing money. Putting money in a world that, money supply doesn't just pop out of nowhere. And that will also encourage more and more Chinese farmers to come and farm gold and sell it to the players. And in the end, what's going to happen? The same thing that happened in 2019 that pretty much killed Classic WoW, in my opinion, right? And like I said, this has been mentioned before. RMT existed in OG vanilla. There's nothing you can do about it, right? But the problem is that back then people didn't have much money. RMTing back then, it was common, but not like everybody talks about it. So it's not actually. I don't think it's that common actually, honestly, back in the days. But nowadays it's so much more common and so much easier. Why? Because people simply have way more money than they have. That's it. People have way more money than they used to. Their job pays way more, and they just spend more money, right? And earlier today, there's a guy in the Discord who told me that they enjoy the gameplay of boosting as a mage because it's more fun. It's fun to boost people as a mage. For people like that, I swear to God, I don't know. You need to go see Jesus. Anyways, that's pretty much my opinion. This is just it's my take. Now, you can disagree with it. You can agree with it. That's up to you. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. So in conclusion, what I like to say is that I am very against RMT, which indirectly means I am very against boosting services from starting. I think boosting is fine. If you want to boost because you don't want to experience again, the leveling experience again, with the money that you made from your main account, main characters, go ahead and use those gold and buy a boost for yourself. There might be a couple people that wants to boost, let them boost you, pay them gold. But I am very against a boosting community from starting. So I personally encourage players to not join them, not give them any attentions, and ban them if they are advertising in your Discord. And that's it. I apologize for sharing my opinion, but I am off work today. Even though I am a news reporter, today is my off day. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. This is me, Boy Plunger from Classic Right Main Era. See you guys on the land of Azeroth. Now, peace.